Hi everyone, this is what Becky did last night, and in this video I'm going to show you how I created the colouring on this ribbon and bow. Let's get started. The trick we're going to use today, where we turn this into a two-tone coloured object, you'll be able to use on any other object that you want to colour afterwards. So here I am with the Nightshade Derwent Lightfast, and this is going to be my darkest purple. And what I'm doing is I'm hitting up all of the areas that are at the edge and in the folds of anything on the ribbon. And I'm basically mapping out lightly everywhere that I want that darker shade to be. And I'm going down the center a little bit of these ribbons because you can see that the artist line is there. But depending on how your bow has been drawn, you may not have those lines, so you may not want to add a little line down the center like I'm doing. I'm kind of considering it as another little bit of a fold or dip in the fabric. And I'm just going to mark this out and stick with that Nightshade for a long time. Where I'm going with this is I'm going to transition the darker shade purples into a mid-shade pink, and then a very, very, very pale pink as my lightest color. And that's the trick you can use with anything. It doesn't matter which colors you use, as long as you're going with the right value in terms of light and shade. So you could make a two-tone object that looks like when the light is catching it, it's shining another color, just by using a lighter shade from another side of the color wheel. So I'll speed up here. You can see where I'm basically laying out this darker shade, and I'll catch you when I change the pencil. And what you'll see here is that anywhere that is on a fold or on a lower edge of the ribbon and around the stems, you'll see that I'm going to cover the edges of the ribbon where they overlap slightly. Here I'm starting to now transition into the more pink world of things, and I'm using my Luminance number 095. This is a kind of like a deep purpley red undertone kind of color. And I'm going to overlap with the darker shade. Again, this is still my lighter pressure. I haven't gone into burnish yet. And I'm just extending where I have that purple and drawing that into the whitened areas and trying to get a nice blend out of that. And I'll be repeating this process on all of those areas before moving on to the next pencil. colour number 3 now, and this is my Luminance in number 350. It's a lovely vibrant magenta colour, and I'm using this as my main mid-tone. And in terms of our blending here, this is where the material is going to be looking like it's turned pink. The final colour here is number 581, and it's basically a white with just a little tint of pink. And I'm using this to really add that highlight and burnish down the colours and blend them all together. So I'm going to be alternating between these two main colours now. And because these are a very soft core pencil, I can use that lighter colour to just burnish everything and finish the blending because of the highly pigment qualities of these pencils. If I was using something with a more firmer core, like a polychromos, then I would be probably doing this over 2 layers and building up light layers, possibly even 3 layers, depending on how you're using your pencil and how much pigment you want to get down. But yes, that's basically it. So I've gone from my deep purples into my pinks, and I'm just making sure that I have a nice shiny bright highlight, which is why I'm using such a lighter colour as a contrast. If you're new to my colouring style, I do like quite high contrast colouring in my personal style. So soft blends aren't always my thing. But as you can see in that finished section there, it really does give the effect that it is 2 colours in this ribbon, and as it catches the light, it's more pink, and out of the light, it's more purple. You could use more contrasting colours in this. So for example, if you wanted to do blue and yellow, all of these techniques will still work. So have fun with it. And I'll speed up now so you can see how this all turns out. I have got other videos for the rest of this picture. So for example, I know that already published is the background technique that I used here, and also there's a video on how I coloured those flowers and leaves. And also in the description, I'll pop a link to the whole speed art in case you're not looking for tutorials, you just want to see the whole thing come together. That's also fine. I've got you covered. But thanks for watching. I'll speed up this last bit. If you haven't subscribed and you've seen me a few times now, well, we'd love to have you on board. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon.